Previously on War on the Sea, Centrifugal Offensive. Between the 31st of May to the 28th of June 1943, our forces have continued their total war against the enemy's ports and airfields on the island of Java, successfully capturing Cilacap Chap and swiftly moving the assaults to the stronghold of Surabaya. As these regions' defences fail, our forces are quickly occupying the ports and airfields, turning them to our advantage. As we start the preparations to invade Batavia, we have seen an increase in the enemy's fleet's activity. We have heard several reports that the Java Sea and Indian Ocean have been flooded with the enemy's submarines, racing into the area in an attempt to destroy our fleets supporting the invasion. The enemy also has powerful warships heading to the area in one last big push to repel our forces. We must hold our nerve and strike hard when the enemy's capital ships are spotted, regardless of the cost, to ensure our victory here is absolute. The 29th of June, just after 6:20 AM, one of our recon aircraft has spotted something. Not only that, it's getting fired upon. She has spotted a group of, well, it looks to be cruisers. 2 cruisers, potentially 2 destroyers, heading towards Java. Oh no, 3 destroyers, sorry. Oh, more destroyers. Oh, a ton of destroyers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 destroyers, maybe 2 cruisers. Yeah, they're almost camouflaged against the sea there. It's difficult to see. Let's get some interception radioed back, get their course laid in, see if we can get some aircraft to come and bomb these ships and do as much damage as we possibly can to stop them getting to Java. So this is that aircraft, the Betty, that spotted those targets. So let's see what we got here. Banjarmasin. We can't launch any aircraft for the moment because the fighters have just launched to cover the battleship task group. Maybe we can get something from the aircraft carriers. The Hiryu has not launched any aircraft, so let's get the dive bombers going. Set course there. What do we got? Anything here? Level 2 airfields. We've got 6 ANs. I've got some Bettys. Let's get those heading to that location as well. Anything here? Yes, we do. 5 Bettys with torpedoes. Yes, let's get them over here as well. And see if we can take a couple of those ships with them. At 8:10. Our torpedo bombers are in the area, and you can see the 2 lines of warships heading away from us. So we got like what looks to be a cruiser. Maybe the rest are destroyers, actually. I thought there was maybe 2 cruisers, but I think there's just 1. The rest are destroyers, and obviously that will be our target. Okay, here they go, coming in for their attack. Their tail gunner is going wild. I don't know what's up there, maybe a recon aircraft. We're coming in now. That cruiser is turning, they're all turning to face us. We've got the aircraft attacking, the second wave of aircraft attacking from the other side. Yeah, this could get messy. We're definitely going to lose some air crews with the amount of destroyers in this area, but we have to try and hit them. Oh, the aircraft are getting shot down after they've made their run as they're fleeing. The torpedoes look to be sliding wide. And a possible dud. That is disappointing. Meanwhile, it's not over yet. We've got a second wave coming in for the cruiser. Torpedoes in the water, running true. 2 shot down, torpedoes incoming. 1 hit, 2 hits. The other air crews are being absolutely slaughtered. Were they able to get torpedoes away? That a dud. I hear a hit in front. Was that an aircraft going down? Oh, we've suffered from duds, it would seem. 1 torpedo's missed. Oh, how can we only got that many hits on target? We've got a destroyer in trouble as well. So at the end of that attack, we lost 8 of our 11 aircraft. One of the destroyers, critical damage and critical flooding, and the cruiser, heavy damage, moderate flooding. But unfortunately, we are unable to get a kill on that one. A short while later, our Val dive bombers are in the same location, hunting for these ships. There they are. Although I can only see 4. Are these the same ones? Okay, what we appear to have is 2 light cruisers at the rear and 2 destroyers up front. So it's not the same group of ships that we've just attacked, but we're here now, so we might as well try and hit these light cruisers. Okay, the first dive bombers are about to commence their attack. Bombs away. More scores of aircraft diving down to attack the cruiser now. More hits on that. I think it's a Enterprise class light cruiser. Oh, we've got our bombers being hit on that one, smoking down as they head down to try and finish that cruiser off. Oh, an aircraft down as well. Oh, another one shot down. Floods of bombs coming down, making sure. Then bombs onto this one as well. It's just the remaining flight, was it? I think so. Oh, that cruiser is well and truly ablaze. We could be in for a collision here. Oof, both have seemed to have stopped, which indicates that their hitboxes have collided. Oh, bump. There we go. The cruiser on fire is clearly out of control. She's not answering the helm, and she's just ran into potentially her sister ship. No, they're slightly different, aren't they? Confirmation then. The Enterprise class light cruiser, heavy damage, moderate flooding, and the Denis light cruiser, minor damage, minor flooding. Okay. 8:34 AM. It's all go this morning. Our anti-submarine patrol is coming under attack. Our guns are raising, elevation increased, so it's got to be aircraft. Okay, it's worse than we feared. It's worse than we feared. It's not aircraft. And there's surface vessels in the distance. Heavy capital ships. We are making smoke, we're splitting, and we are scattering to the winds and leaving this area as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, in all this smoke and confusion, there is apparently some enemy aircraft coming in to attack. I see them. Torpedo bombers. They're straightening up the destroyer. Avengers by the looks of it. Patrol by 35 doesn't look like she's going to be as lucky. They've gone under her. They set the depth too deep. Oh, got very lucky there. Right. Here's patrol point 33. You can see the torpedoes coming in. So they went under the... Oh, dive bombers as well. Or is that shells from the other ships? Could be shells coming in from the capital ships, which are in the area as well. Yeah, we need to get these boys out of here as quickly as possible. They are not in the right fight here. Oh my god, this destroyer is almost uncontrollable. But yeah, the torpedoes are too deep. Oh, and look who it isn't. It's the King George V battleship. Oh dearie me. Yes, these destroyers are completely outmatched. A battleship and numerous cruisers and support vessels. Yes, we do not want to try and engage this. Thankfully, with laying smoke and running as fast as we can, all three ships were able to escape from the battleship's task group. Right, here is that conflict down here. They're coming to hit Chilatap, aren't they? So we do have 6 Bettys. Let's send them up, and let's send them over here. Quick smart. Our ASW, let's get them hightailing it out of there. They are no match for those ships at the moment. We've got the 3 subs. Let's bring them through the Sunder Strait and come back here. So I think they're going to bombard this base. Meanwhile, our troop ship group has made it up to Banjarmasin. We're going to manage some cargo. How much? We've got 17,000. Okay, that's fine. Let's get some troops loaded on then, and we are going to dump these. Well, we've got to be careful because we know there's a battleship group in the area and multiple cruiser groups as well. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit dangerous out on the seas now, but let's sail them across the coast here where we've got our battleship group and the aircraft carrier group lying in wait. Oh no, actually the aircraft carrier group's gone down here. So it's this one here. They're on patrol, it would seem. And then here we have our invasion force, which is heading down to here because they've actually got some engineering supplies which we need to drop off at the airfield here. Get some fuel down, more fuel down here. We can get the airfield leveled up. I think we need to get this one as a level 5 airfield. And is it Chilachap or is it Batavia? I can't remember. Let's have a look. It's Chilachap. Okay. So that's another thing we need to do. Those U-boats are sailing around. They are heading out of there. We've got some torpedo bombs up here trying to hunt those ships of the battleship. But we've so far been unable to identify where she is. At 9:43, that's all changed. We've literally strayed straight on top of them. So we're going to get our aircraft out of the way and set up an attack for that battleship. At 9:53, our torpedo bombers have found the battleship group and they are attacking. We've only been able to muster 6 aircraft, but if we can get those torpedoes on target, it may be enough. One downside, of course, is that the hail of anti-aircraft fire coming towards us any second will be almost unsurvivable. But our brave pilots fly in nonetheless. Two more torpedoes away. One good hit. 2 good hits. Is that it? And I can hear ships. 3 good hits. 4 good hits. I don't think that's going to be enough. There's a fierce fire on the bow and into the A turret, but I don't think that's going to be enough to sink her. Confirmation then at the end of that battle we lost 4 of our 6 aircrafts, and the King George V battleship received heavy damage and moderate flooding, but survives to fight another day. At 11:40, torpedo bombers and dive bombers from our carriers are in the scene where we believe the George V battleship group is. Now finally we can use mass aircraft formations ourselves to try and put a real hard damage to the enemy. So these torpedo bombers are attacking the battleship, but also 3 flights will be also attacking one of the heavy cruisers in the group as well. The dive bombers are in the area and are heading towards target, but they are going to be some time. So the torpedo bombers are going to go in first, followed by the dive bombers to mop up anything we miss. Okay, a destroyer is trying to run interference. One of the flight has already gone. Torpedoes dropped. The first 2 aircraft. And as they turn out, torpedoes are running true. 2 more torpedoes heading straight for the battleship. And more flights coming in. Torpedoes dropped. I think it's curtains. It must be curtains. Oh, it looks like a magazine's just gone. And she's gone. Well, also the destroyer is on fire. Another torpedo hit for the battleship. Aircraft dud torpedoes, lots of dud torpedoes all of a sudden. I think this cruiser has cleverly snuck in behind the battleship to dodge any torpedoes. Torpedo strikes on the ship behind. Most importantly, the battleship is rolling over and sinking. And I think we may have... That could be the destroyer. I think the destroyer was running interference and took one of the torpedoes. But there we go. King George V battleship sunk. And it was indeed one of the... looks like a little destroyer patrol boat that's also going under. Also damage to this light cruiser, who seems to be stationary while she conducts repairs. Right, this will be one of the prime targets for the dive bombers. Also that heavy cruiser we spotted. Here come the dive bombers. First few waves are attacking that burning cruiser, and the last 3 will attack the heavy cruiser, which you can see second from the left there, trying to sail away. But let's try and finish off this light cruiser. Hits on the light cruiser. She's burning more fiercely now. More attacks coming in. Oh, that one narrowly missed. Aircraft being shot down. Meanwhile, more diving in on the heavy cruiser. Unfortunately, we don't think we're going to finish the light cruiser off, but these are already committed to their attack. Flying through heavy flak. Adjusting as they go. Good hits. More hits onto the heavy cruiser. Light cruiser's burning in the background. Oh, another aircraft shot down, unfortunately. I think that's probably it for our attack. So it looks like we sunk the battleship and a destroyer. There were 2 cruisers damaged. They may yet succumb to their damage, but probably not. It looks like it's recoverable. Confirmation then of the 44 aircraft we sent. We lost 10 brave air crews. We sunk a destroyer for 1,057 tons. We heavily damaged and with heavy flooding another. We sunk the King George V battleship for 45,360 tons. A light cruiser was heavily damaged with heavy flooding, and the heavy cruiser had heavy damage and moderate flooding, plus another destroyer has heavy damage, heavy flooding, and another destroyer with minor damage and no flooding. So 2 ships sunk for 46,435 tons, 7 command points gained, but more importantly, one of the most deadly assets in this theatre for the enemy's navy has been neutralized, which is a huge plus for our forces. At 8:30 that evening, right, we've got our invasion forces made it back down here. Let's unload all the cargo. There we go. And then that invasion force can head up to Banjarmasin to pick up some troops. And meanwhile, we can have a look, and we need more fuel. Then we can get that upgraded. But for now, that's all we can do. I don't think we had any tankers on there. Where's that? Here's our oil tankers. He's got 60 fuel. Oh. Engineering. Why didn't they? Okay, they don't seem to have. Sometimes they don't fully. When you put unload cargo, sometimes they don't fully unload for some reason. Maybe those ships weren't selected or something. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a lot of troops here, which are going to go in and land in Batavia. The battleship group is going to go in with them, plus the carrier group is going to go in there to give them some cover as well. So obviously they'll have one aircraft carrier's worth of fighters protecting this group, and then the other carriers that have fighters will be protecting the battleship and the troop ships going in. At 6:30 on the 30th of June, our anti-submarine patrol is coming again under attack, this time from the air. Are they going to strafe? They're going to strafe one of our... Oh no, they're bombing one of our PT boats. They seem to have missed. Another wave of aircraft coming in. Orca Hurricanes. Oh no, they're dropping drop tanks for their fuel and attacking with their 303s the PT boats. Anyway, while this has been going on, the destroyer has located a submerged contact. It looks like a Salmon class submarine. Hopefully not hopefully not USS Salmon. It's the last thing they need, but she is tracking her. While the well, I might actually have to just engage because the PT boats are just so slow. Okay, the Salmon class submarine does appear to be sinking. No propulsion. Oh, emergency blow. Is that going to... Oh yes, she's coming to the surface. Right, let's get our ships on the surface prepared to open up with their guns. It's only a matter of time now before the destroyer and the patrol boats were able to finish this one off. There you go. Confirmation then, our destroyer and our 2 patrol boats received a little bit of minor damage from the 28 aircraft that the enemy were able to muster. Only fighters, mind, but they all strafed us. And we sunk the Salmon. I'll say the Salmon class submarine. I don't want to say USS Salmon. She's still fine, don't worry. For 2,198 tons. At 8:35, again our anti-submarine patrol seems to be coming under constant attack. They've really picked this one out as the one they want to finish off. You've got to ask a question, why? Contact has been made. Meanwhile, patrol boat 35 has spotted torpedoes coming at her, so she's just straightening up to sail between them. There appears to be 2 submerged contacts, which we are tracking on the sonar via the destroyer. Oh, why you just suddenly turned that way? Okay, torpedoes are going to slip down. She keeps turning that way. It's like she's aiming for it. Stop it. Right, torpedoes are away. The other 2 ships are over there. Oh, is there a disturbance there? It could be the wake from the destroyer. Oh no, there is a huge amount of torpedoes in the water over there. Right, so we think we've got a porpoise class submarine in front of this patrol boat here, as that we think there's a T class submarine in front of the destroyer over there, which they are hunting. So patrol boat 35, there's the porpoise class sub. She's now beginning to do her depth charge run, and hopefully she'll get. She's gone a bit early, so hopefully we'll have enough depth charges going down on this sub to buckle her hull. Well, that's knocked out her engines, which is a good sign. Maybe she's going to start to slip down, so I'll either require an emergency ballast blast to surface the boat, or she's sunk to her death. Meantime, patrol boat 33 is in the area, and they're going to start their depth charge run any second as well. Emergency low. Meanwhile, the destroyer is closing in and will start her depth charge run very shortly. Depth charge run commencing. And there goes the porpoise class sub. Here is the T class or T series sub. Depth charge is going off around her. Are they close enough to do damage? Engines appear to be knocked. And she's gone still. And she is descending. Okay, I think that sub is surfacing. So watch for it to break the water, and then we'll just fire all guns we have at her. There she blows, there she blows. Right, attack when you have a solution. Oh yeah, because that would happen. For some reason, when she's gone anyway, but our guns were not firing at her. Confirmation then. Our destroyer took a bit of moderate damage there at the end there, which is a bit frustrating. But we sunk a T-class submarine for 1,575 tons and a porpoise-class submarine for 1,650 tons. 2 more subs cleared from our waters. So you can see, I've changed course with the anti-sub. They're actually going to come up here and keep ships off, or subs off our battleship group, which is coming in now, followed by the aircraft carrier group, and here is the troop ship coming in. We've got the invasion force with the carrier there coming up, going to grab some troops, and they're going to follow in very shortly afterwards. From here we've got the oil merchants. I sent them back, so we've got a little bit of fuel there now, so just need to collect some more fuel to get that up to level 3 airfield. And we did have, not recorded, but we did have the what looked to be the remnants of that enemy fleet that we attacked with the King George V battleship, which we secured as a kill, sailing through here. So they may have retreated back to Australia for repairs, those 2 cruisers that we damaged, but I'm not sure. The other ships we saw up here, don't know where they've gone. I'm sure that we'll bump into them in the near future. But yeah, very, very frustrating. I wanted to actually get this invasion underway in Batavia here today, but we've just been, well, the enemy has seen it as their last throw of the dice, and they've been sending all their big hitters. We haven't seen the American heavy cruisers with the escort carrier today, but we know they're in the area somewhere. But huge victory, sinking that King George V battleship. Where is she? There she is. King George V battleship. Huge. That is absolutely huge. We also got an Admiralty S-class ASW destroyer and 3 submarines. The Salmon. Oh, the Salmon class was actually USS Snapper, so it wasn't the USS Salmon. Thank goodness. The Porpoise class submarine was the Perch, and the Trusty was the T-class submarine, which we sunk. Of course, it was the Prince of Wales, the King George V battleship, which isn't that the ship we engaged? It must be the one we engaged up here with the renowned battle cruiser on Christmas Day 1941. Well, there we go. 6 months later, we eventually managed to get the battleship sunk. Not an easy task, but there we go. So yeah, we will push on next time with the battleship coming to bombard, try and weaken the defences, and then we'll get those troops landed so we can try and get that base secured. We'll get our anti-submarine patrols obviously to sail around here, trying to keep our capital ships intact. We've got the 3 subs coming down here to sort of patrolled off this TLAT here, just to have a go at any enemy fleets that may want to try and recapture that port. But for now, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, there's been a lot of attacks, especially on our ASW fleet, when we just wanted to try and push forward. But yeah, we'll just take comfort in today. We got the victory, we got the battleship, and we damaged several cruisers as well, plus 3 submarines, which we don't have to worry about any more, which is going to be great news for our merchant fleet especially. But we'll leave it there, and we'll continue this and pick up the invasion of Batavia next time. Thanks so much. Take care. I'll see you then. Bye bye.